Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for a new episode of our Eco Lifestyle Let's Play. Welcome to another beautiful day in Conifer Station with the ALCALA family. Last time we left off with Elise and Malakai. Well, kind of a lot happened and kind of nothing happened. We're picking up pretty much right where we left off, but it is a brand new morning. It is Saturday morning, about 11 o'clock almost, and Elise is actually working from home currently, and her task is just to fashion blog for 2 hours. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and do that about 5 million times because she already did it once and it didn't even count for an hour. No idea how long it actually counted for. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But Malakai actually just headed off to work, and today, I mean, it's a Saturday, so Elise has to work, which is unusual. It's pretty much with her promotion that she now has to work at least one day during the weekend, but she also has Mondays off, which is really nice. And Malakai actually works 5 days out of the week as well, but he has Sundays and Thursdays off, which is super awkward. I mean, at least they both have Sunday off, so they can do something together at that point. But last time we left off with Elise, she actually got the very first prototypes of Recycled Couture in the mail, and she was definitely feeling herself. And what she wants to do is she really wants to run them by Tina. She's hoping that Tina will model the look for her. And she's pretty much just going to try to keep that momentum going. So as she's doing this fashion blogging as well, she's probably talking about, you know, how that's going, how the prototypes came, and she had to write up an entire blog post about it, obviously, right? She had to tell the world the prototypes came in for at least one of the outfits. She is expecting a few more tomorrow, and she's hoping that she can actually run them by Malakai, even though he may not be the most fashion forward when it comes to women's fashion, but she's hoping that he can kind of have some words of encouragement to pass along to her. So we're actually going to let her work a little bit, and she already tended to the garden this morning. As a reminder, it is fall, so most of the plants are actually thriving, honestly, which is really weird. Actually, most of these plants were good to go in the fall. She actually, oh good, she can evolve these. There we go, evolve. All of them are ready. Oh, that's awesome. And she got influence points for that because we are still in the green gardening neighborhood action plan, which is great. So after she's done blogging for like 2 hours, which it doesn't really seem like this is happening, which makes me kind of sad, but we'll harvest all of our grapes at least. And I think what she did is she harvested everything. Yeah, she harvested everything. She has plenty of things to actually do here. She does have some soy wax. She could go ahead and try to make another candle if she wanted to, but she's also been collecting some compost piles and some discarded food, honestly, which I didn't know. And she really wants to recycle these things. So she might head over to the community space because there is a recycler there. That way she can kind of take care of everything. But she also heard that there is a maker stand available at the local juice shop. And her and Tina were actually going to go to the juice store or the juice bar, whatever we want to call it. They were going to go to the juice bar the other day, but it was actually closed for some minor construction. So now it's open again, and they were hoping to kind of head there. Elise might check it out without Tina. She's going to be a little brave here and venture out into the community on her own yet again. And it's a new spot, so she's going to go kind of see what the juice bar is all about. Well, she may not have much, but she did go to the local juice bar. It's called Squeeze the Day. You guys probably saw the speed build on my channel, but Elise is here actually tending the table. Why she's not stepping behind the table, I do not know, but she's a little nervous because, well, she's really putting herself out there now. She's got her 4 homemade candles, her very simple dipped candles. She has the sky dipped candle, the sage, and then she has just 2 plain dipped candles with no dye whatsoever. And, well, she's kind of just waiting around to see if anyone wants to buy her candles. This person's name is Seven Hanks. Okay, that's fine. But she's hoping that she can kind of coax someone into buying one of her candles. She doesn't want to really get her hopes up because she knows that she's not the most talented maker. She knows that there are some incredible makers in this neighborhood. But she kind of wants to give it a shot, and she thought that it was going to be a nice place to kind of maybe meet more folks. She really, really is branching out and putting herself out there, which she's never done before, but she feels like really empowered to do it. So, I don't know. I think she's feeling pretty good about herself right now, but let's see. She did meet Seven. She's like talking to Seven, but she hasn't introduced herself yet. So, I guess we'll kind of like introduce ourselves. Looks like Julia Wright is here. Of course she is. We also have a, yeah, okay. Yep, a version. We have Knox's mom. as well. And we have a celebrity, right? Yep, a rising star, Kayla Fleming. Makes perfect sense. The Sims that actually show up to these places always shock me. And this is what I was talking about. So now that we're actively in gameplay here, like, I have to talk about this. Everyone's just standing around, not doing anything inside of the store. Like, I don't understand it. I've been trying to get this to work, and I really can't. And I really wish I could. But let's see, she can't even talk to Julia, right? That's kind of unfortunate. She can't talk to her. We don't want to give her a crafted gift. Is there any way that we can try to sell this stuff? Make up prices. Yeah, 25%. Oh, start yard sale. Did we technically have to do that? Okay. Well then. Let's see. So, yard sale. Is this new? Is this new with this pack? Sales on. Sims are heading to the slot to look for deals. Put out your best items for sale. Wait a minute. This is definitely new. And also, I know this joke has been done, but... Oh, it's gone. My punchline. I was going to pull a Katy Perry. We all know this. But we're going to let Elise kind of play around with her yard sale here. Again, I don't really know how this works. This, I think, is reasonably new. But now we can actually give a sales pitch to Julia Wright. We can even give one to, what's his name here? William Crosby? And maybe we can sell our candles. That's kind of fun. I mean, it's a little late in the afternoon. I know Malakai is probably going to be home from work soon as well. But maybe this will work? I mean, I suppose we'll see. We'll see if Julia wants one of our candles. I could see her getting the sky or the sage dipped. She needs a little pizzazz, I think. Oh, Judith, thank God you're here. You'll probably want to buy one of our candles too, huh? Who knows? I don't know. We gave Julia a sales pitch here, but it looks like it didn't really work on her. Could we give Judith a sales pitch? This is really not working the way I wanted to. Everyone's just like crowding this building in here, and I don't really know what to do. So we'll see if we can sell one to Judith here. See if she's... Oh, you're interested? You are? Are you gonna buy one? Pretty please? Is Julia gonna... Oh, Judith bought one. I mean, she's made of money, so that's good. Looks like we sold our candle for $31. I mean, that's not bad. Well, maybe we'll try to continue pitching our sales here for our remaining 3 candles and see how it goes. Elise did not have a successful time with that quote-unquote yard sale. So again, I don't know if this is new with the pack, if this was new with the update. Like, I just don't know. And I'm assuming if you have one of those tables, though, like on your residential lot, you might be able to actually have a yard sale, which if you can, that's really freaking cool. But she sold 2 of her 3 remaining candles, so that's not too bad. I mean, granted, it's really not a... It's not a moneymaker there. She didn't really sell too much. I think she made like $60 or something like that. But that was kind of how she spent her Saturday, and she's feeling a little discouraged. I mean, she kind of knew that her candles weren't, you know, top notch. There are incredible makers in this neighborhood, but she's feeling a little discouraged. But at the same time, it's giving her some drive to really hone in on those skills and really up that skill. Besides, we have to remember that she has the master maker aspiration. She wants to learn how to do these things. She's really just kind of getting over her own insecurities and her own reservations about the whole thing. Malakai's already in bed, so you know what we're going to do? So we're actually going to have her come up to the attic, kind of sneakily, and work on another candle because she does have the soy wax to do so, and she might actually purchase some more, so she might be able to work on some things tomorrow as well. We'll kind of see how her Sunday goes, because I believe Malakai works? Does he work? No, I just talked about how they could spend some time. So they could spend some time together tomorrow as well. And like I said, I think Elise wants to take him to the community garden? Or is it a makerspace? I honestly can't even remember anymore. But she'll go ahead and make a dipped candle. She can make a canary dipped candle, so that's going to be a new color for her. And it seems as though we can get all of the dyes. I wonder if at some point we can even combine any of these colors. I feel like we probably wouldn't be able to, but we'll at least get a few more things of soy wax so we can make some candles. I really like the blue ones and the sage and the yellow. So I got, what, 5 of those? So I have 3 colors. You know what? Why don't we just... We'll get almost the entire array of the rainbow here. And there we go. So she's going to try to make another candle here, hopefully without burning herself. But she's getting better and better as the time goes on. I mean, her fabrication skill is still at 2, but she's almost at 3. She's 94% there, which is really good because... Oh, it happened. Yeah, it happened. But maybe she'll be able to use the fabricator soon, which is at Tina's house. So if she has the materials, maybe her and Tina can kind of dive into that together. Tina's been a great mentor for her so far, so why would that change now, right? Yay, it actually happened. Had to pop in again because she got to fabrication, level 3? The skill level. Yeah, level 3. She can make cylindrical candles now. So she's making a canary yellow cylindrical candle. She does have to kind of exert some patience here for this candle to take shape in the mold. It looks like she's getting a little impatient, but she's also really pleased with herself. So she's making progress. Well, good morning, Malakai. He is happy as can be, listening to some jazz and drinking his macchiato. But it is Sunday morning, and it's actually officially winter. Time is flying for their first year in Evergreen Harbor. Luckily, we don't have snow yet, which means our garden is still okay. It does need some weeding. And you know what? Since Malakai really is kind of turning over that new leaf as well, and really just kind of adjusting to the fact that they are here, work is okay. He's hoping that he can actually make some changes at work soon to maybe, I don't know, make his job a little bit more eco-friendly, or at least the products that they create. So what he's actually going to do to kind of continue making up with Elise a little bit is he is going to actually go ahead and go and tend the garden. So he's going to go ahead and harvest everything for her. He's going to weed the garden for her so she doesn't have to do it. And ooh, it's actually getting pretty chilly. He's got his cold weather gear on. Look at that swagger, man. He looking good. But he is finally starting to really, I think, loosen up as well. It took him a little bit longer than Elise. I think Elise had a lot of help with befriending Tina and really having her eyes open to things, but it took Malakai a little bit longer. And also, he has not heard from Bess in like a little while now. Ever since he went over and confronted her about his investment, he has heard nothing from her. So I think he's actually going to give her a call after he's done in the garden here, which, nice get up, Bess. That's a good one. And he's just going to chat with her a little bit. He kind of wants to see where things are at. And it's snowing! It is snowing in Evergreen Harbor for the very first time. And look at, oh my gosh, Katrina Caliente is like, it's snowing, everybody! Come look! Oh, and maybe he can collect some soy wax for Elise over here. It looks like there's a wild soy plant. I wonder if those are in all the other worlds too. I know that's a new plant just with the fact that we can create candles and stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure. And look, he's so excited. It's snowing from first snow of the year. So he's going to give Bess a quick ring. And he's kind of like, look, you know, I was happy to invest. I believed in what you were doing. However, I'm starting to become a little skeptical about the project and how things are going. And don't mind me. I always kind of forget that I'm recording when I do stuff like this. But I definitely have to get a screenshot here because, I don't know, Malakai's got to be the highlight sometimes. Hey, Malakai. Boop. So I paused again because this is really weird. So they don't live on an off-the-grid lot, and also please forgive the fact that the stairs are apparently glaring through the wall. I love these glitches. But he has an emotional buff here called bad reception from using a phone while off the grid. Malakai can't hear over all of that static. Oh wait, can you hear him now? No? How about now? And it's making him angry, but like, their lot is not an off-the-grid lot. And you know what? Actually, now that I say that, hold on, pause. We're going into build mode. And if this is an off-the-grid lot, then I'm a fool. And y'all can make fun of me all you want. But I don't think it is. It's not. It's not an off-the-grid lot. So it's a reduce and recycle lot, which means that it generates compostable and recycling trash. And outdoor cans can no longer be bottomless. That is good to know. Didn't realize that. It's also geothermal though, so natural heating lowers utility bills by generating power and keeps any pools warm, which we don't really have to worry about. Those were just the traits that basically came with this lot when I loaded it up. I didn't actually make any changes to it. But yeah, it's not an off-the-grid lot, so I'm just really confused as to why he now has that buff. Does that mean that Bess was off the grid? Because he called Bess, and the conversation didn't go as planned because obviously he couldn't really hear her, so that was kind of disappointing. But we're just basically waiting on Elise here. It looks like she's getting ready for the day. She's going to grab something to eat, and then her and Malakai are actually going to head over to the community space because she really wants to show him what she's been doing there and how much she really enjoys it so far. And he actually expressed so much excitement for it as well. He was like, honey, you've been working really hard and I've noticed a very serious change in you and you just seem so much happier and I can't wait to see what you've been doing and I can't wait to be more a part of it. So he is, he's definitely turned around, and I think that this couple is going to end up doing really great things for this community, and I don't even know if they're aware of it yet. They really don't even see it. Oh, well, the passion's there because they just had some fun in the shower while I turned a blind eye. As you can see, I sped through it because it took me by surprise. And it looks like Bess is actually nearby, and Elise wants to go chat with Bess. She's right on the front porch. Interesting that she decided to come here. Can we ask for our investment results here? Elise is finally like, Bess, hi, I've heard so much about you. I'm really curious to hear about the projects that you've been having my husband invest in. Okay, and then, yeah, she's going to try to actually convince Bess for the green initiatives in Conifer Station 2. I don't think Bess is really going to buy it, but we're going to try. Oh, and it looks like Elise has a headache. That's unfortunate. And Bess said she'll have more information soon. That's it? She's got nothing else for us? Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and send her home. We really... See, look, he's just like, Bess, get off of my front porch. Like, I don't wish for you to be here. If you're not gonna have any news on my investment, I don't really wish to talk to you. Should really get going now. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. Yep. All right. And then Elise is going to change into her winter clothes because it's a little chilly today. And they're going to head on over to the community space. And I'm going to do this on purpose. So we're going to go to the map, but I shared this over on Twitter. I actually just found a new piece of custom content that has custom loading screens. Hold on. Hold on. Wait for it. It's Brendleton Bay. Isn't that cool? They have a few other ones too. Let me know if you guys want to know where I found this. Oh, but it looks like Tina actually happened to be down here. Of course she was, right? This girl is always everywhere. Oh, she's a perfectionist, but it looks like Malakai actually engaged her in conversation, which I love. I love that he is making much more of an effort to get to know her. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him ask about her day. Maybe they can talk about the current weather. Oh my gosh, and we just got so many bits and pieces because Elise was actually over there recycling like half of the harvestable shit she has because, oh my gosh, she had so many. So she has some wax and she's gonna make a cylindrical, I can't even say this freaking word, like what is wrong with me, molded candle. She's gonna make a sage one and I think she's gonna give it to Tina. She's really looking for Tina's feedback without directly asking for it at this point. So she kind of gifts her things and she's like, so is it good enough? But I love that Malakai is trying to get to know Tina a lot more because I think he's realizing that she's really important to Elise, and therefore he's just really excited. And I think Tina kind of expressed the same thing too. She was kind of like, hey, you know what? I'm really loving to get to know your wife. Like, she's really wonderful, and it's really wonderful to get to know you too. And we're really happy to have you here in the neighborhood. So they're actually going to talk about the neighborhood changes too. So as you can see, there hasn't been a huge change in the neighborhood. We are in still, I think, a neutral eco footprint. Yeah, and it's actually becoming a little bit more industrial, so we're not quite there. Look at how close we are, though, to an eco footprint. Yeah, we're really close, but there's some industrial influence as well, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on that. But Elise is over here impatiently waiting for her candle. She's also clean and satisfied, by the way, from some good shower woohooing. And she got some support received, so it looks like she actually did, oddly enough, convince Bess to vote for the green initiatives in Conifer Station, which I think it's really interesting because I feel as though Bess, I don't know, I can't feel her out yet. What do you guys think? Do you think that she's actually trying to make things green, or do you think that she has some ill intent? Like, I can't really decide yet. What we're also going to do is vote on community space projects, and we're also going to vote on the neighborhood action plans again because Elise has 136 influence points. It does not seem hard to get those influence points anymore. Like, at all. Bella, please go away. Don't tell me to go away. This is not going to work for me. And I think Malakai is actually going to vote in his very first community space action plan. He hasn't done that before, but I think he's actually getting really excited. And in conversations with Tina and Elise at this point, I think he knows that he either wants to make it a makerspace or a community garden because both of those have kind of piqued Elise's interest. So let's see. There are no votes right now at all. He could reappeal to keep it a makerspace, but now what does it do if it's just a community space? I don't really know what that means. I thought the community space was just it was moldable to one of these other 3 options. So I don't really know what that means. So what we'll do is he has a couple. He's going to throw them into community garden and kind of see how that goes. He only has 10 left, though, to vote towards the neighborhood action plan. So we'll kind of see what he ends up voting for there, because I believe we were going for... I don't even remember what we were going for last episode. So let's see. Oh, the green initiatives. Duh. Well, it's really in the lead. But Malakai actually may lean towards clean energy production. Granted, it's not really going to impact them directly aside from the solar panel roof that they have. I think it actually supports the, I don't know, kind of the undercover initiative that he has been working on with Bess and some of the projects he's been working on in his downtime at work. He's actually considering moving over to be a civil designer, and he wants to go down the green technician route potentially. He's entertaining it. It's not a definitive yet, but he's really looking into it because of all the changes that him and Elise are kind of undergoing since moving here. So he's going to vote twice for the clean energy production, and he's going to toss a vote into green initiatives and Conifer Station in support of Elise. Let's be honest, green initiatives and Conifer Station is probably going to win. That's not going to be a surprise at all. And it looks like on Monday. It'll end Monday, 6 p.m. So they'll know by then. And look at him. He's so confident in himself. He's like, I just did that. I did the thing. And it looks like Elise is still waiting on her candle. And Johnny Zest is over here like giving us the business. And we're just going to make him go away because he's honestly really bothering me. Oh, wait. He's a mentor maker, right? Yeah, he's a mentor maker. He was actually mentoring us. Oh, that's super awkward. All right, well, they're just going to kind of enjoy themselves here. She's going to finish up her candle, and then she's going to vote for the community action plans and the community space plan as well, I guess, when this candle's wrapped up. And now it's Elise's turn. So right now it's a makerspace, and granted, she's really been utilizing the makerspace because she started dabbling in the juice fizzing. She hasn't dabbled with the fabricator yet, but she may before she leaves today. She already has a candle making station, so this space does have some functionality for her, but she's also really curious about the community garden, but she's equally curious about the marketplace. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to even these out. I'm going to leave them even and see if the AI chooses one or another. I want to see how it works. It might not work in my favor. They might remain tied. I don't freaking know. She has plenty of influence points. I could do it, but I'm going to leave it as is and see which one ends up winning. I was going to make them go home, but then Elise felt like she wanted to dabble with the fabricator. She's really nervous. She's never used this machine before, but she wants to really try to influence Malakai to be a little bit greener too. And she knows that he's a little bit more wired with the technical side of things. I mean, he is an engineer. So she thought, well, I've never used this fabricator before. Tina has been influencing her and encouraging her to try it, and one of the things she can make is a fabricated eco upgrade part. She's hoping that maybe she can make this, hand it off to Malakai, and he can upgrade one of their appliances without even knowing that it's green. And then maybe they can just reap the benefits of it and realize, oh my gosh, this is great. That's kind of her conniving plan. She's good intentioned, but it's kind of conniving. So she's going to make a fabricated eco part, and I hope she doesn't get drowned in the fabricator because that stuff happens. What a nice peaceful evening. Malakai's making some vegetarian fish tacos. Lisa's enjoying some jazz and reading up on fabrication. I think they're settling in just fine. I think this is actually a really healthy place for them to be at. I love this for them. We're actually going to turn this off because it's probably going to get a little overwhelming, but let's see, are these good? They're excellent quality. Superb job, Malakai, you frickin' champion. Love you. Frickin' love you. A brisk, cloudy morning, and Elise is out here with like a little tank top on and some yoga pants. Let me tell you, she's probably real cold, but she felt as though it was a really nice way to kind of clear her mind a little bit. She is not the athletic type, but she figured she'd give it a shot. And besides, she kind of wanted to go see a little bit more of the neighborhood, which she hasn't really gone out to see. Like, she's seen other parts of the neighborhood, she's traveled, she's taken like the public transportation just because they actually don't have a vehicle at this time. Granted, we all know in The Sims you can't have cars anyway, so what's the freaking point? But I'm just saying, they don't have a vehicle at this time, and she was actually considering getting a bike so she could get around to places a little bit easier instead of depending on the public transportation. And it was Tina who brought it to her attention. She was like, you know, Elise, that's actually very eco-conscious of you. And honestly, Elise kind of rolled her eyes a little bit. But then she thought the idea was actually really appealing because she remembers even as like a little girl, she loved riding a bike, and she kind of always wished that she had one as an adult, but she never really had the place to ride it around. Even in the city of San Myshuno when they lived there, they really just couldn't do it. The streets were too busy and it was too dangerous, but in Evergreen Harbor, it seems like it would be the perfect place, so she actually might get a bike to get everywhere now. But for now, she's at least enjoying her run. I think Malakai here. Woo! Oh, he's downstairs now. He was actually tinkering with the workstation, but it looks like he got hurt. He got hurt from doing something, and he got some robot salvage parts while he did that. I was trying to get his robotics skill up. I wonder, does that tinkering help with handiness? Is that why this isn't really working? Let's see. Robot skill is built by tinkering at the robotics table. Okay, nope, so I guess it is. It's just happening really slowly. I suppose it'll happen in time. But he does work today and Elise does not. So maybe she can work on some of her skills to kind of help out with maybe her next promotion. Who knows? I don't know. We might be able to do that, but I'm actually going to have her make some breakfast here first too. Vegetarian safe. Perfect. That's what we want because she gets real sad when she has something that's not vegetarian safe. That's like a significant mood downer for them. Oh, and he's actually inspired. Even though he got hurt, he's actually inspired from the robotics station. After intensive tinkering, Malakai realizes that the possibilities are endless. I'm actually learning so much about some of these new buffs because I haven't played with a lot of these objects before, even from Discover University. I did not play with the robot tinkering thing at all. Like, I've never even seen a servo. So, maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. But I actually kind of forgot, too, that Evangeline wants to give him the fabricated eco upgrade part, and we're gonna see how he kind of receives that. I feel like he'll, you know, welcome it with open arms. He might be a little bit hesitant just because he's like, well, why? Not really why. I mean, he understands why, but it's really just not a priority for him, and he is handy, but he doesn't necessarily want to upgrade anything. It's not like this was something he wanted to do. However, I think Elise is going to convince him, oh my gosh, to use it and to upgrade things around this home because, remember, they are fixing it up as well. I mean, they've done a lot of work so far. They did some outside work recently, but he has to remember that at some point they do want to sell this home in the future too. So he knows that it would probably be a good selling point in this neighborhood to actually go ahead and upgrade some things. So let's see how he receives his eco upgrade part once Elise kind of gets her. Okay, that's how we're going to do this? Excellent. That makes no sense. So glad that interaction worked so great. For me? Thank you, Elise. Hey, you might be able to use this one amber orange dye. He had a dye for her too? Oh, what a sweet baby. Oh, these guys are on the same freaking page. Finally, I am so happy. So let's see. He needs multiple upgrade parts for an upgrade on the stove. She just blew him a kiss because they are just on it. He can't actually do that. That takes 3 eco parts as well. I wonder if there's anything in the bathroom. Oh, no, Malakai's gonna go to work. Okay. No, just superior flush. That's plumbing parts, water recyclers, plumbing parts. He needs 2 eco parts, so you know what? He may actually ask Elise to make him another one. If she really wants to make some of these things eco-efficient and be able to kind of flaunt that, that's fine. He'll do it for her. Oh, and we just got our bills again. So we're actually going to go to the bills information. So I'm starting to kind of understand this. Kind of. Like, not really. Because this total down here, estimated total bill amount, I don't really understand because the bills, so here's the breakdown. The lot taxes are determined based on the value of all objects on the lot and the lot's value. So that's $300 just flat out. That's fine. Since they have the solar panels, it looks as though they actually they made 45 simoleons over what they would like owe. So they made a surplus of 45 simoleons. However, it also says here, oh, that's the rate of change. Okay. All right, so they stored up 45 simoleons worth of power, and then water was a negative 20 simoleons. There are no other taxes or breaks or penalties. So the total amount currently owed for unpaid bills is $276. Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and sell the excess power right now. So we got that 45 simoleons, and then we'll just go ahead and pay our $276 bills. So I don't know. It seems like bills in general are just a lot cheaper now with this new system. So that's actually kind of neat. She's going to go ahead and harvest the garden because it seems like every day now she is actually wielding something, which is really, really good. And she's feeling really good about herself too, because their bills are actually super cheap, which means that they're actually saving up more to invest in this property too. She kind of wants a little bit more of a garden. They do want to replace this white picket fence. It's a little bit older, it's a little bit dingier, and they kind of want to freshen it up a little bit. She's going to have a full-on conversation with the plants now. She's just your regular, like, eco-friendly sim at this point. I mean, come on. Awesome. Well, that is great. So that's what they're going to do. They actually are going to... Oh my gosh, something's happening. She is going to get some more gardening plots, and she's actually going to spend her day gardening here. She doesn't have work today, so she doesn't have to worry about anything. And voting is only open till 6 p.m. this evening, and they're going to have a new neighborhood action plan in place. So that's really exciting. And she also, what else did she do here? She made another cylindrical candle. I think she's just going to, you know what we're going to do? I don't like doing this, but we're going to do it because... she just has too many, and I don't think she's not really feeling up to, I guess she really doesn't have too many, but she's not really feeling up to kind of like that maker space right now either, and selling her creations, because she just wants to practice more. She doesn't feel very confident. So the more she makes, oh, you just got yourself some water there, huh? The more she makes candles and tries new things, I think she'll be a lot more confident in maybe selling them at some kind of like marketplace. If the community space turns into that at some point, that would be really cool. So Elise went and traveled back to the Squeeze the Day juice bar. And let me just pause. We're going behind the curtain here. All of the tables are gone. I don't understand that. And the bar height countertops are gone with the stools. Like, what is happening? This game is glitching out lately. I am not a fan. Like, all of this stuff all of this stuff is here, like all of the planters, all of like little bug houses, but like even the tables on the patio. Why is everything gone? I don't understand. Like the second I loaded this lot, I was like, well, all the tables are gone, so I guess they can't sit and get coffee like I was planning on it. But Elise and Tina did come here to get some coffee and just kind of hang out and chat a little bit more about juicing and a little bit more about fabrication. And in the midst of that conversation, Tina actually gave Elise the recipe for the fabricated wall light. Is it dim in your makerspace? You've got to be able to see if you're going to make things. So go make a light, which is really nice. So she did just get another recipe, which is neat because it seems as though you can get recipes from other folks who have a higher fabricated skill than your sim does, which is really nice. And since they're kind of just having a casual time here, I think Elise is going to give her that sage cylindrical candle that she made because she really wanted to give it to Tina. These two are just inseparable at this point, and it's making me so happy. But she's also going to ask Tina to model a look, and it's going to be this look. I wish there was a way, maybe we could have done it if we went down the actual like stylist route where we could actually have her model a look that we create for her, but we'll have her actually just model her look because we do want to get some even more inspiration. Aw, giving her the candle, sweet babies. But she needs to gather some more information. She had one prototype, she's expecting another, but she's gonna come up with a few more drafts, and she's actually asked Tina to make one for her line. So she's actually kind of extending that olive branch too of like, thank you for letting me into your world. Will you please will you please join my world? That's what I'm trying to say. You let me into yours. Can I now ask you to join mine? That would be kind of interesting, I think. And, oh gosh, the paparazzi are here for some reason. Not really understanding that. We probably still can't buy juice, right? I'm assuming we can't. Like, she'll run over there, and then there's going to be, like, a routing issue, and she won't be able to get to it, and I'm going to cry a little bit. That's what's going to happen. You going to cry? Yep. Yep. Life is terrible. Okay, cool. Well, you know what we might actually do too is this is kind of like a public garden maybe. We're going to see if we can plant... Can we? Yay! We can plant spinach! Alright, we're going to plant some spinach and we're going to plant a grape and we're going to plant over here. This is basically like a community garden without needing for it to be voted as a community garden. Does that make sense? I think so. Oh, he's going to plant them for us, I guess. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you for that. We gotta water these? Nope. Okay. Can she actually get there? No, we can't get to the back. That's such a pain with the planters. I wish that wasn't the case. Oh well, alright, well she's admiring herself in the mirror and nothing's going to plan, so we're just gonna go ahead and head home. Thanks for hanging out, Tina. Yay! Neighborhood action plan in place. Green initiatives 1. The votes have been tallied and it has been decided that Conifer Station does indeed need more plant life and greenery. The planting for green initiatives will begin immediately. Residents can look forward to some lovely green changes taking place over the next week. And Elise is actually out on a jog right now, and Malakai just got home from work. There's so much happening. So much just happened at once. But I'm really hoping that we're going to start seeing some greenery over here. I know it's winter, so that's going to be kind of tough, I think, to even really notice the change because nothing's going to be alive. But I think this is new already. Kind of swaying over here. I can't really remember. Darn it, what's new and what's not? Are these trees new? Is that bamboo? They growing bamboo up here? I don't know, but Green Initiatives won, so Elise is pretty happy because that was her initiative, and Malakai's happy for her, but she's out on her jog, so we're gonna have Malakai, oh my god, clean the toilet after he uses it, good lord. Save your toilet, Malakai, is gross. And Elise is all the way out here going for her jog, but you know what? This seems like a decent place to leave this episode off. You son of a... Before I do that, there she is. There's that son of a gun who just takes all of our money. We're not going to do that. All right. Anyway. All right. This is going to be a great place for us to leave off this episode. Not too much happened. Hopefully you guys didn't just hear that crash upstairs because it seems like they're doing some construction upstairs in my apartment. Who would have thunk? Anyway, Elise did have some time with Tina. She tried to sell some of her fabricated items, some of her crafted items. Didn't go so well, but she did use the fabricator for the very first time, and she's trying to convince Malakai to actually put in some eco upgrades to their appliances in their home. And Malakai has been much more receptive to Elise's new and blossoming interests, to the point that he actually voted in a neighborhood action plan as well as a community space action plan, which he had never done before. And he started to befriend Tina as well. I think what they're going to be doing soon is all of them, the Tinker family as a whole and the ALCALAs, are going to get together for a dinner and really get to know one another a little bit better. And everything's just going really smoothly. It's now winter, so the gardening's kind of ceased a bit, but thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of my Eco Lifestyle Let's Play, and I'll catch you guys next time I post a new episode, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!